What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips where you already know I'm about to. I can do this all day. I'm about to get it in, but before I get it in, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Ding! Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun is kicking. And thank you. I highly appreciate all the support that I get, man. So I wanted to tell a story. And the story I wanted to tell kind of was a blemish in my hood, right? It was something that happened, and then it happened a little bit more, and then we were just like, don't really speak on this because at the same time, in the meantime, in between time, it wasn't no knowledge you'll get in college. It was something that, we had been doing for years. I had participated in it, and we got checked, and we definitely learned our lesson, right? And two people got checked even more so than any others, and I seen it coming. Did they get thrown under the bus? Kind of. It was a situation where homeboys are in a standoff. Okay, corral. Wyatt Earp got holiday. Hey, that's on you, homie. Right? When it comes to the big homies, they don't play, and we definitely weren't trying to play with them. So during about the summer of 06, man, we were getting our party on. And when I say party, man, we were clubbing like a motherfucker. I got into the club scene pretty heavy, and my whole hood got into the club scene. Well, not the whole hood, but the majority of us. I had a crew of hitters, man, a crew of youngsters that were with the business, with the shenanigans. I mean, these dudes were checking paperwork in clubs. Straight up thought they were in Old Folsom. Ain't never been to Old Folsom, but thought it was, right? Checking paperwork at the door. You had to go through the bouncers. First you had to make sure you had enough money in your wallet to take the fucking torta out. Then you had to go through the bouncers. Then you had to go through the homies checking PW, right? It was crazy just to go fucking dance with a torta. She wasn't that serious, right? But it got to a point where the crew I was hanging around, the homies from the barrio, man, we were getting well known going to the clubs. We were tarnishing our reputation because we were getting faded, hella homeboys getting high, fights were happening. It just was ugly. So for a long period of time, man, one of the prison organizations from Northern California, man, they actually put out a paloma, right? A huila saying, hey, you motherfuckers can't go to the clubs no more. You guys are cut off. It came from the top, right? That's how bad it was. It reached Pelican Bay. Let's just say that. But we were doing some pretty serious shit. We were having homeboys catch cases. I caught a case out that club, running up on a dropout at that time when I was active. So it was definitely a spot where, or we were going to all the clubs, but the club we frequented the most was called Maloney's. It was definitely a spot where you can get caught up. So anyways, not necessarily the club scene, but what we started to do after the clubs is after hours. For those that have never been to an after hour, that's when it gets crazy after the hour. After the hour of 2 or 3, when the club shuts down, man, we're still ready to go. Half the homeboys are methed up, homie, right? And they're trying to meth up a whole nother situation. We're faded. People are coked out the game. It's like, where all the chicks at? So we used to huddle like the Buffalo Bills and be like, look, bro, this is what we're going to do. I was Josh Allen in that bitch. I'm going to be real. I was trying to quarterback some shit. I was what they consider an OG, the older homie hanging around with 21, 22, 23-year-olds. I know. But fuck it, them motherfuckers sure can't party. They were getting their Omega Mu on, right? So it was like a Revenge of the Nerd movie. So all the nerds, we huddle up together, the active Norteños, and it was like, hey, bro, here's the plan. We're going to go in there tonight, and we're going to fucking jump someone or beat up someone, or we're going to check some dude, or we were going to pull hyenas. The majority of the time, we were on a mission for tortas. We were on a mission to pull in something. I'd be like,
okay, this is how it's going to go down. You guys with the Mongolians, go that way. You guys that say the N-word, go that way. Keep going, right? That's just how that was.
But for reals, we'd be like, let's go in there and let's pull some chicks. So we had homeboys that were lady killers. For reals, man, they could pull the baddest ones. I'm going to say that's the homies I hung around with. And we wanted to take them back to the homegirls pad. Now, we had a lot of sympathizer homegirls at the time. And they would open their pads, open their houses up to the homeboys. Okay, this is why you never trust a chick, because believe me, they got homeboys. And these chicks were bros before hoes. They didn't care if we had an old lady. They didn't care what chicks we brought to the house. As long as they didn't eat all their kids Captain Crunch. Everything was good. So we had this one homegirl in particular. She was fucking with one of the homeboys who me and him were on the same level at the time. And, it was all good in the hood, man. As long as no one really disrespected and tore her house up. Like if you got a fight, take it to the backyard. Take that shit to the garage or in the front. But don't tear the pad up because the homies would be feeling some type of way. But So our whole thing was finding these random chicks at these clubs, or even chicks we knew, over and over and over again. There's a gang of dudes running around in Merced right now with dicked up, straight up, homie. My chorra has been where yours has been after. Mine was first. Right? Your old lady won't tell you, but she's probably working for the school district. I'm just saying. So, anyways, we'd pull these chicks, and it was like an every night thing: constant partying, constant drug usage, constant gang banging. And so many different incidences. Cops were called a gang of times. We were always able to wiggle out of the situations. But one of the things we were most known for, or not known for, but we did a lot, was the jack move. Now, I don't know how it is in your body or neighborhood or where you grew up, but the jack move was a cold move. We'd go to house parties, our own parties, right? And the chicks would put their purses and their keys down. And next you know, they'd go out to leave and their Pinto was Pintoing down the street, right? Gone. Cadillacs, bam, need those rims. If they had rims, they didn't have them when they got back. Homeboys were so scandalous, they'll take them to the shop and change the rims out. Chick would be like, damn, where'd my Daytons go? You didn't have Daytons when you got here. Hey, you know, hey, purses coming up missing. We were just some scandalous. And that goes with the gang and the criminal lifestyle, right? You know, going into people's houses, everyone's watching TV. I had homeboys are going, just take the TV right off the wall while they're watching it. They'd be like, damn, they'd be watching Ren and Stimpy. Stimpy be getting stemped out. So this particular night, this story was crazy. And there was a lot of repercussions for this one. So we're partying at the homegirl's pad, and the homeboy had knocked the finest. I mean, when we walked into this club, she was sparkling. She was confuzzling. She was rather sparkly, right? Only not a mushroom head. And we had a mushroom head. I did. And I seen her, and I was like, damn, she's bad. One of those chicks that's so pretty and has so much body, you know, that she's unapproachable. Like a lot of homies are like, nah, she ain't gonna give us the time of the day. But she was really fucking cool. So the homeboy started popping at her, and she was really, really cool. And the homeboy that popped at her was a dirt bag. When I say a dirt bag, he was confuzzled off the meth, right? It was the last homeboy on the earth that you would think this chick would be feeling, but she was. And she was bad, right? And I was like, let me try to get, I even tried to spit the game, like, it was happening, right? And she was like, nothing. I was like, oh, wait, right? She wanted the homeboy that had fucking a brown recluse fucking growing out of his leg. Cool, right? Hey, ain't no fun if the homie can't have none, but goddamn, he's borderline about to get whacked, right? So, anyways, she ends up hooking up with him, whatever. Hey, she comes back to the pad, brings like 4 or 5 homegirls. So I remember the homegirl, usually that doesn't hate. She doesn't treat me, bring anyone. She was like eyeballing this chick. She pulled me to the side. She's like, I'm getting a bad vibe off this chick. She's too nice. Like, but I was like, no, she's just a cool chick, man. You know what I mean? She got her shit together. You could tell she had a nice ass whip. She was dressed nice. She nailed all out the game. Like, you could just tell that this chick was well put together and had a little bit of paper. And the little homie's antennas started going up. Ding, 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 bitch, bitch, right? They were on it. And so what had happened was when she came in, she left her purse in her car.
Mistake.
Right? Because like rats and roaches with shiesty approaches, the homeboys were out there smoking frajos, just waiting, plotting, right? They didn't give a shit. So we're in the pad, and the whole move, I went outside to smoke a frajo, and the homeboy's like, hey, fool, we're going to get these chicks and whatever. They left all their purses in there, and I was like, nah, bro. You know what I mean? They were already giving up that. Homeboy's already been in the garage on circular motion. Like, we're doing circuit training on them. It's good, bro. They're down. Like, let's give these ones a pass. Now, remember, because it's going to count later. I said give them a pass. Like, don't trip off these ones. Usually, I'd be that motherfucker like, hey, throw the Kotex out and take the purse, right? We don't want nothing with wings on it that go up inside. You know, Wes Watson, we don't like to stick things in ourselves, right? So the homies are like, all right, cool. They weren't listening, though. They weren't paying attention. And like the homegirl said, she had a bad vibe off this chick. And I kind of was feeling it, too, after a while. Like, this chick was smart. So we started to converse about prison. You know, prison always comes up when you have gang members. Hey, the homie locked up. This song's dedicated to the homies on that 180. Why do they put you in a cell with a dude? Right? So we're fucking reminiscing. And this chick's like, yeah, my man did 20-something years, this, that. My fucking antennas went straight up when she said her man did 20-something years. Now, she was from Livingston, okay, which is a very well-known northern area. Some good-ass homeboys out of Levi's, right? I can't never say nothing bad about Levi's, period. I never will. Solid as they come, right? And so I start asking her about, you know, baby mamas and chicks that I have that are from that area. She knows them. She knows people, right? So I'm like, okay, I can't talk too much about them because I don't want to get kind of, because see, the way my fucking baby mamas work is if they find out, even though they're not with me, they'll still be mad at me, right? So, and I don't want that drama. I don't want fucking my baby mom. You can't see your kid because you were fucking my homegirl, right? Oh, for real? You know what I mean? She told you. What did she tell you? Can you concur? Can you concur? Right? So, anyways, she's speaking intelligently. Now, there's a thing called prison wives. There's a thing called old ladies, and then there's actually chicks that conduct business on behalf of their man while he's incarcerated, because she's given the keys to that ranfla. She's giving game. She knows what's up. I've met chicks that could school and educate homeboys, give them the knowledge they can't get in college. Like, they know more about the northern business than anyone. Now, is that cool, pillow talking with your old lady and giving her the game like that? Some would say it's not, but females are often utilized, man, by guys that are incarcerated to make moves on their behalf, right? That's their extension. And, you know, women play an intricate part into that. Without them, you know, a lot of dudes would have no reach, you know, needless to say. So anyways, meanwhile, while she's gaming homeboys up and they're all captivated because her ass is just bouncing as she talks, she's like, norte. And we're like, das, looking. The young homies are outside doing a move, right? A move that was not sanctioned. Okay. And now that she's talking how she's talking, it even more so is like, don't do that, right? Because this chick might know someone that knows someone. Well, they pulled a lip. So anyways, in mid-stride, this chick's talking and her homegirls, and they're like, and one of them was like, hey, let's go smoke a cigarette outside. Now, up until this point, they haven't even been outside. As soon as they got in there, it was just das city, right? In that house, we called that das city. You know, for any Mexicano or Chicano that's been in the water, you guys know what das means. If you don't know what das means, it means fucking, right? Straight up. Das. Or at least that's what I say, you know, sas. So she goes outside, and then I hear her say, what the fuck? And I already know, damn, police saying get no dumber, right? Little homies done boo-bopped her. They got her. So she comes in, she's like, where's my fucking purse? And she's looking right at me and the other homeboy. It's his old lady's pad, right? Because we're older than a lot of the other homies. And we're like, what's up? She's like, hey, I fucking went out there. My purse is gone. Like, I don't play. I need my purse. My rent money's in there. My cigarettes are in there. My homegirls, they're all like, a couple of them are crying, like, damn, how you supposed to get us? She's like, you guys are fucking scandalous. We come over here, you know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean? My mom's for everyone, and this is how you repay me. And I was thinking, I thought the moms were free. But anyways, so she's really tripping. So she's like, I'm going to make a call right now. You motherfuckers are going to feel me. You guys are going to feel me. You're going to find out exactly who you're fucking with, right? And I'm like, if she says she's a man, thank God I didn't kiss her, right? You know, I'm looking around at the homeboy. And the homeboy's like, damn, homie, let me look at that Adam's apple. You know what I mean? She got the active Adam apple. So anyways, she makes a phone call, and I'm outside smoking a frajo. Cool part about it is I didn't know it was one of hers. The homie gave me one. Anyways, I'm smoking a frajo, right? And she makes a phone call, and it goes a little something like this. I can hear her.
Yeah, these fucking motherfucking little young punks, they think they can get me. They don't even know what's up. Yeah, I'm over here. This is the street I'm on. Come through. Let them know what it really is.
So I'm like, if you bring someone over, we're going to dog walk them, Fresno style, right? We're going to smack this motherfucker. This is the last place on earth a dude wants to come flexing, because these young homies will air him out immediately. So she turns to me and she was like, hey, my husband's coming. Well, at that point, I'm like, a husband? But it kind of, I don't know. It was erotic the way she said it. My husband's coming. I said, yeah. So was the home, like 3 homeboys in the garage a minute ago. But what do you mean husband? She's like, watch, you're going to find out who my husband is. And so we're waiting there. Homie's like, bring your fucking husband. We ain't tripping. She's like, all right, my husband's a big homie. Now, I don't know about you guys, but in Northern California, when you say big homie, that means somebody of status, okay? At that time. Now they're called different things. But back then, a big homie was like, oh, fuck. Everyone got quiet, right? So when she said, my old man's a big homie, I was like, what are you doing here, right? Get out of here. Hurry up and run. And so she's like, hey, if I just get my purse back, everything's cool. So, man, this fool hit the corner with a couple big-ass dudes. Whips, like, down to there. I was like, oh, no. It was like being in the movie Shot Caller. I just knew the yard was about to go down. And he got off the car, and he went just like this. He walked right up to me and the homeboy. We're out there. He's like, "Hey, Holmes, can I get it, you guys? So, look, this is my chick, and she's going to get it. I'm gonna tell you right now, she's gonna get it for being right here where she should be over at my pad, sucking my chorra. But I'm gonna give her a pass on that one in front of you guys. So you guys already know who I am, huh? I knew exactly who this guy was. I've never met him personally, but heard his name. His name rang bells, right? He's like, I got status, Holmes. He sounded kind of like Pepe, but minus the heroin, plus fentanyl. I don't know. He was like, look, Holmes, my lady says you vato stole her purse and broke her window. We're going to get ahead and need that window replaced and that purse ASAP, Holmes, before I deem your whole body. I was like, oh, shit. He started talking about deeming the whole neighborhood. Now, the word deem, I don't know what it means to you, but what it means to me is you're going to be all bad. Your career is going to be over. You're no longer going to be active. You're not going to be in good standings. You're probably going to get whacked every prison you go to. You're going to be on PC, all because some little knucklehead homeboy stole a purse, right? And they don't care. How are you going to justify it? You're deemed already. They're about to say it's all bad. It's all bad. He's going to say, hey, you fucked with this old lady. You violated bond 4, right? So all this is going through my head because I'm laced up. I'm gamed up. So I'm like, hey, I tell the homies, I don't care about none of that shit, bro. Whoever stole her purse, he's like, look, I'm going to make it easy for you. We're going to go inside. I'm going to drink one of your beers, maybe 2. You guys want a beer? They're like, hey, we want a 6-pack. We're going to drink maybe 3 or 4. He did the fucking, the 270. Hey, Holmes, hey, dog. I want like 4, 5, 6, 3. Like, well, we'll take 18 beers, homie, right? So he's like, we're going to go inside and that purse better be back. That's getting there better be a little squilla for the window. And so he tells her, get your ass inside, pulls her by the ear. So she's mean mugging everyone. She's like, don't even look at me. The homeboy, he still smells like her pussy on his cheeks. He's like, he's seen whose old lady this is. I'm like, oh, hell no, right? So I'm outside still. I tell the homeboys, where's the purse? They're like, hey, bro, we ain't even gonna lie. We already smoked all the flowers. I see you fucking tweakers. Go get a pack of cigarettes. So they fucking go to the store to go get a pack of cigarettes. Throw it in her shit, boom. Everything. We each put like $20, $30 in her purse, right, for the window. And it's all good. So this dude, we're thinking, hey, he gave us his word. He's like, all right, man, hey, shit happens. I understand, homie. We get down. I never get down. But what's your name, homie? I said, my name's Cricket. I lied like a mother. I'm gonna keep it real. My name is Grillo. My name is Cricket, homie. He tells the homeboy, hey, are you down, Holmes? What's your name? The homeboy's like, yeah, my name's Spanky. Right? No, that was his name wasn't Spanky. Because when he strikes us up, Cricket and Spanky from the hood are getting violated, right? The homeboy's like, man, we don't got a homeboy named Cricket. I'm gonna be like, oh no, motherfucker front and shit, right? So, anyways, he does strike it up, right? And doesn't mention Cricket or Spanky because we were cool with them, but strikes up that people were fraternizing with his old lady. This is why I tell people, watch who you're around. You don't know these chicks like that, especially in northern Southern California. These chicks might be associated, affiliated. Their brother might be the big homie. You just don't know. So keep the fucking chorra in your pants, right? Until you're aware that she doesn't know anyone. That's why I say if she's half black and half white, I'm halfway in, right? Because I know she ain't related to no one I know, right? But you never know. So anyways, he does. And what happens is one of our older homeboys, man. And when I say older homeboys, he was a little older than me. He had a little status. This is before I was ever going that route, right? And right around the time. And he pulls us to the side, right? And he's like, hey, man, someone's going to heads are going to roll for this one. And I'm not going to lie, man. The 2 young homies, we had a junta. They got deemed all bad. So they weren't deemed as far as they were not norteños no more, but they were kicked out of the hood. Like, hey, you guys keep the hood out your mouth. If you don't, we're going to fuck you up. One of the little dudes tried to fucking flex up. He got socked in his chisel chest and his feathers got plucked, right? He tried to peacock, no more feathers. He looked like the bald eagle walking around that motherfucker. True stories. And so I tell the story to say this. I've been in other situations where there was this one chick, right? She was a white girl. And I don't even know how I ended up at her pad. I was so faded, I just don't know. I don't know, right? But we ended up at her pad, and this chick had game. And I knew she was fucking with the right people. Well, they're the wrong people in reality, but the right people at that time. And this chick, we got in an argument, and I damn near almost got whacked in county jail over that chick. Now, of course, it wasn't like I disrespected her or nothing. She just thought she had more education than I did, which she did. But I wasn't going out like that, so I stood my ground. I stood firm in my beliefs, man. And the homies gave me a pass. But I have seen people done dirty. I have 2 homeboys that I grew up with. They were like best friends, solid. Both of them, I grew up. I love them both the same. They're my boys, right? And what happened was one of them decided while the homeboy was locked up, he was going to go to his pad, and he was like helping his old lady, helping the homeboy's old lady out. The homeboy was in the county, so he'd go over there, give her like 50 wala, 100 wala, and take groceries. You know, he was doing the right thing, what a lot of the homeboys don't do, because I sure the fuck wasn't doing it, right? But he was over there, and in doing that, one day he pulled up, and the homeboy's wife, started crying on his shoulder. Her old man was getting about 6 years in prison. She was stressing, struggling. Somehow he's inside the living room. Next thing you know, he's in the bed doing the
right?
Thought it wasn't going to happen, and thought she wasn't going to say something. The bitch felt bad and went and explained that to the homeboy. Well, the homie, he ends up catching the case and goes to county before the homeboy moves out to the reception, and they ripped his ass up. They cut him up like ribbons, right? Whacked him for fucking with the homeboy's old lady. So, hey, women are tricky in the game, man. Those that are dealing with chicks that are in the know and know what's up with the gang lifestyle, watch your P's and Q's, especially in Northern California. I know Southern California is just as tricky, but in Northern California, man, you fuck with a homeboy's old lady, it's a wrap. Straight up, or it used to be. I don't know about nowadays, but everyone's doing it. Don't act like it ain't happening. There was this one chick, she was stacked, and it was like, hey, that's the homeboy's old lady. Is that right? Too late, homie. My Montown went down. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Just a story I wanted to tell. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I got some more bangers today, man. Tap in. Collective Clips. You know what we do, man. We keep it lit.